Turn off this.
Right.
Hello. Let me see. Speaker. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hi, perfect. I'm just calling to check in before your doctor's appointment. How's everything going?
Yeah, everything's going okay, Brianna. Somebody reported me to the Department of Aging, and the only person I talked to is you. Did you report me to the Department of Aging?
No.
Did anybody part of your? Because there's only two people that can do that. I don't talk to anybody but you. So I don't know who else.
When did they come?
You knew when they come. You called me the same day.
Okay. And what was it about? What did they?
Yeah, they came saying that somebody reported me. They wouldn't tell me the name, but they reported me for not taking my medication. You're the only person I talked to, Brianna. So, again, did you report me to the Department of Aging, or did your agency?
No. No.
Somebody did.
Did they talk?
Yeah.
Did they talk to the?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Did they talk to the people on your council, or the people that own the place? The people that work there, I'm sorry.
Why would they talk to the people that worked there?
Because don't they know you're not taking your medications? Isn't that why they wanted to put you in the hospital?
I don't get what you mean. I don't. What is you saying? I don't get it.
So the people that live there or work there.
I have no interactions with them. The lady, the landlady, she's just a landlady. I never talk to her unless it's a problem. So I don't talk to them. I don't talk to my neighbors. I don't talk to anybody besides you.
But who knew you weren't taking your medications before I did?
The lady, and that's what I'm saying. That was another suspicious thing, because as soon as I put it online, when I was talking to you about Lisa and telling me everything, they were very interested in her. They were very interested in who said that and what, and you're proving my point because you're pointing the direction that way. So yeah, they were really interested in Lisa, and it's not my intention to get her in trouble, but she's part of it. You know what I mean? And I don't care if she gets in trouble, but it wasn't my intentions. I kept it quiet for a long time, but now that it went out and then they specifically came at her, I have a little compassion, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. I don't.
Yeah, that's it. I got the police showing up at my door. I have the
When did they show up again?
A couple days, like a day before the Department of Aging.
Okay. Oh, with the tickets to court.
Yeah.
Is that when you got that?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you confront him about it?
Did I what?
Did you confront him about it?
The police?
Confront him about the court date.
Did I confront him?
Yeah, did you let him know?
The police?
No, the one who did it. Call the police, sorry.
No, I have he put a restraining order on me. I can't talk to him.
Oh, okay, you can't talk to him. Okay.
Yeah. I never talk to him anyway. You know this. It's so ironic that, I'm complaining about this guy. I'm the one being harassed. I've called the police on him. He's upped the gun on me, and there's a restraining order from the Illinois Supreme Court on me.
Yeah, that's not right. Yeah, because I remember you did.
And I've talked to you. I've talked to you about this even before the police. It's exactly what I said, right? This guy's following me. He's up guns on me. I've talked to you about it how many times?
I know, you did. And when you did tell me he held the gun on you.
Yeah, and he's following me outside. So what am I doing wrong? All I do is walk my dog one time a day, and no matter what time of day I am, he comes out and finds me. It's in the morning, night, whenever. He comes out. And the whole lake is huge. And the fact that he runs right up, and we always run into each other, it's impossible by accident. And now I'm the one that got a court date. And I know what this is about, Lisa, Brianna. This is exactly what it's about. Once that paperwork clears through the court, they're gonna say, once they approve it, regardless of whatever happens, they're gonna find me guilty. The landlady's gonna take that information, say that I'm threatening my neighbors and I'm not safe to be around, and they're gonna ask me to leave. I know that's what's going on. Am I correct?
Yeah.
That is exactly correct. I know, because they talk to you too. So what can I do? That's why I was saying I need you to help me, because I know this is coming. I know this whole thing. I've been in the system. I know how you guys operate, and you just said it. So I'm right. That's what she's doing. They've tried so many times to get rid of me only because I'm protecting myself. That's it.
I understand.
I'm not doing anything. Yes or no? What have I done?
No, I know. I mean, he's the one that pulled the gun out on you.
And he's the one following me out there all the time. I've told you that many times before I even got arrested. How many times did I bring that up to you? And now he's saying, and they're all saying, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. I never talked to him ever. So I just was like, you know, this is all a setup. It's because
so why are they pointing fingers at you type deal?
Okay, and I want to say that it's because of my online posts, but it's not, because all this shit was happening before my online. Before I said a word online, it was all happening. They escalated it since then because they're not happy that I'm pulling the plug. I mean, I'm exposing everything they're doing, and I didn't want to do it. I specifically told you I knew it was a threat. But I said, okay, it was the president and it was Elon Musk, and they were talking about it, and they were talking about stopping the weaponization. So I waited a while before I jumped out there to be cautious. And I jumped out there when I thought it would be safe. Yeah, you shouldn't live like that in the United States. Why do I have to be scared that I'm gonna, you know? But I am, you know. And look at what's happening, because I did it. They're taking away my housing. You just admitted that the whole thing. I'm not being paranoid. This is the whole, you know. So I already know what this is about. Okay, I have the psychiatric appointment today. I'll do that at 9 in an hour. Okay, I'll do that. You know, and then I'll take care of that. Take care of everything I need to do with her, and then I got to worry about the court date. You know, so I got two things. I can get hospitalized with this lady. I can.
Isn't she your social worker?
No. Actually, she is my doctor.
Oh,
She's my psychiatrist. She's my psychiatrist.
Okay.
You don't know that?
Okay. I didn't know it was your actual doctor. I thought it was your therapist.
No, she's my psychiatrist.
No. Oh, well, therapists can't prescribe medication, so that makes sense. So it's your doctor.
Yeah, that's your job, right? You should know that.
No, I thought when we talked, I thought you were with your therapist, but yeah, I do know that therapist.
There's I have a psychiatrist appointment today, so I have to survive that, because of course, if I go into this conspiracy mode, which I'm not, and she's gonna put me in the hospital. She's done it twice already. She's given me a psychosis diagnosis for nothing. Okay, so I know, you know, I wanted to leave, but then I realized that, you know, the doctor, I thought it was helping me, because now they're not answering any phone calls, so they're not trying to help me. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna even waste my time to go all the way out there, and, you know, and the whole CAT scan and all that. You know, they were trying to analyze my brain. How is this guy making so much noise for being this little peon? You know, that's what I thought. They were checking my brain for like damage and maybe something, but no, they're curious upstairs why I see everything. That's why they CAT scanned me. Is that correct? CAT scans are not typical. You work for healthcare, so this is your avenue. How often is a CAT scan performed? Very little. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very rare. So why would they give that to me? If that's why I thought maybe they were there to help me, but no, they just wanted to analyze my brain. And you know, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything, Brianna. You know, I don't know what to do. You know, they're trying to take away my housing. What have I done to take away my housing? I don't do anything. I don't do anything. All I do is walk my dog. That's it. And you know this is true. Yet I got and they were doing all this stuff before I posted. So you're gonna say, oh, it's you talking shit about Trump and this and that and your political stances, you know, consequences. All this stuff was happening before. This is the reason why I went online, to protect myself, to try to get it to stop. And then also, listen, Brianna, it's not just me. It's not just me. It's all people on Social Security, and it's political dissidents and other people that are, you know, it's anybody, and Trump is weaponizing it, you know, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Like I literally am scared I'm not gonna have my house. You know, and what did I do to lose my, and not only do I not have a house, and Bella doesn't have a house. You know, I could do whatever you do with me, that's fine. But Chicago's cold. And I don't want her to be hungry. You know, and I don't want to be, and I, you know, so I'm not only concerned about myself, I'm concerned about her, because not only do I lose my house, but Bella loses her house, and she didn't do anything, and I didn't do anything. All I'm doing is trying to protect myself. That is it. If I said anything factual online that I shouldn't have said,
I don't see what you put online. I don't know, but if you put political stance, I mean that's your opinion, and that's your choice to put that online.
Yeah, it's making a lot of people angry, and I'm not saying anything that's not non-factual. Everything I'm saying is the truth. That's why I'm so confident. I don't post lies. I never lie. Have I ever lied to you sitting here talking to you in all these hours? Have you caught me in one lie? My girlfriend will tell you I don't lie. My ex-girlfriend will tell you don't lie. I don't lie. Okay, so when I'm telling you this stuff is happening and I'm proving it to you and you're seeing this stuff is happening, why aren't you helping me?
Did you call the housing resources I gave you?
I started, but then I first want to I got to take care of this first, and then I got to take care of I got to make sure I'm not in the hospital and everything today, and then I got to take care of the court, which is impossible. Like I'm intelligent and all that I try to go through it, and it's impossible without printers and this and that. You got to be a lawyer, you know? Yeah. It's an Illinois Supreme Court right in the door, so like I got concerns about that. I'm gonna have to, I don't know what I have to do, but I'm gonna have to go to the police station or go call and try to go there, and they gotta have a program, because that shit's legalese, and not everybody, 90% of Americans will not be able to follow those instructions. Correct? Yeah, it's very complicated. I'm intelligent, and it's very complicated, you know? So that's the point, and that's the point of this whole thing. They're gonna try to make me not be able to do it. So when it comes to the point, I'm not gonna have the paperwork, because you got to do all these different things. You got to do all these steps ahead of time, and like you got to do this 3 steps and stuff, and form all these papers. If I don't have a printer, and I don't have all this, how do I do all this?
Does the place have a printer?
No, she won't let me use it. Come on. You want me to go interact with the lady? She's trying to put me in jail. She's the one putting me in jail.
I'm just saying in general. Do they have like a little office space in
No,
the
there's
lobby?
no that you can print. Not that you can print. There is an office space, yeah, but it's no printers and stuff. It's free Wi-Fi.
Oh,
The Wi-Fi is not the issue.
that's weird.
Yeah, Wi-Fi. That they don't have a printer? I've never seen a place have a printer.
Oh, I mean, the apartments I've lived in,
They have a free printer for.
space. Yeah, and they're printers, so I was just
I've never seen that. Maybe in rich places, but any place I've been never had free printers. Yeah, but that's where I'm at. So I was just wondering who reported me, you know? I thought it was you. Who else do I talk to? Nobody. You're the only person I talked to, and they knew a lot about what I was saying. And I'm not, the only person I talked to is you, besides Lisa. And they didn't know Lisa because they were fishing for her information. So it couldn't have been her. So the only person is you. The only person I talked to is you and Lisa. Lisa didn't do it. They're searching and hunting for her. They're hunting for her. Now, who does that leave? You. Process of elimination, Brianna.
And Kenneth, I did this for your own safety.
Oh, so you did. So I knew that. I knew you called them. I knew, because there's nobody else I talked to. By process of elimination.
I thought you meant the cops. I was like, I don't know who called the cops, but the reporting I had to do it. I'm at work for mandating reporting. It's my responsibility. I didn't do it to make you mad. I didn't do it to hurt you.
I'm not mad. I asked you that.
They're not going to do anything about losing your housing. They are out there to help you.
Are you sure about that? Because I would like to think, because I did. I honestly, you know what? I got a little hope, Brianna. Listen. I got a little hope, because when I looked up at the Department of Aging and the whole task force, it's to help, you know, people that are being abused and everything. I'm like, but that's always the case. Whenever there's, like with Bill Gates, they always put the hostile foundations at nice sounding names.
No.
You know what I mean? And that's the case. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they're saying they're here for help me, but you know, they're just trying to fish for information or whatever. But you know, if this,
To
okay,
help you.
okay,
They're not going to put you anywhere. They're not
okay,
going
they're not going to
shit
put
like
me in
that.
jail, but what about what about the landlady? They're already in the process. You know that it's not
Yeah.
factual. You know it's not
I thought
factual.
you were talking about the landlady and how I thought you meant, I was like, yeah, I don't know who for it. I thought you meant but yeah, APSI,
Okay, no, yeah,
100% to help you,
okay,
not to hurt you,
okay,
not to take away your housing, not to
okay,
take you to hospital.
okay.
And I made sure of that.
Okay. No, that's why I said. That's why you know, I was aware of that too. Remember, it's not you know, that's why you said it. Yeah, I knew it was you because I don't talk to anybody else. And if it's only you and Lisa, and if they're searching for Lisa, it can't be her. You know. So yeah, I just if this is to help me, please. I just want
It is
help.
to help you.
Okay, you know, I want to believe you. I want to believe you.
I wouldn't do anything to harm you, to put you to be homeless, to lose your housing. They're helping you.
Okay. And what can I do to secure this apartment? I'm not doing anything. You know that. They're trying so bad, and it's only because they're not getting paid. Okay, they're angry that I shut it down, and they're getting heat from above. Okay, and shit rolls downhill. And I know this all works from research that they get paid by contacts. That each time they do a contact, they get paid. So by me shutting them down, this whole network is not getting paid. I guess that's a kind of a guess, but it's an educated guess, you know, because you know, so that's why they're so angry at me. And I don't say nothing to anybody. All I did was put up. Yeah, I don't talk to them.
And I let them know that. Yeah, I let them know that. But it's just mandating reporting. That's my job. But
yeah. And Brianna, when she came out and she heard the boom, 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 all them. She saw my dog terrified. You know, she did. She was there witnessing all the boom, 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 boom. Like it was all there. They were doing the same shit they always do. And this time it was caught on video. On the walls and and it is on my walls. Yeah, it's on my walls. Yeah, it is on my walls. It's above my bed. I set it on and she believed me because I said let's do an experiment. It's in the hallway now, but let's walk to my bedroom. I bet you it follows me. She didn't want to come in, but that would have happened. It would have followed me into my bedroom. Then we went to the bathroom. It would have followed me into the bathroom. She didn't want to do the experiment. I would have proved it online, you know.
But she did hear the banging.
Oh, she heard it the whole entire time. It was extremely loud, extremely intentional. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's what I've been complaining about from the beginning. And then it's 365, 7 days. It doesn't stop. They don't let me sleep. The only reason why I can even sleep now is because what I did. I protected myself. God help those that can't. And listen, by definition, people on disabilities, they're disabled. They can't think mentally. So why torture them? I can think. I'm trying to save not only myself, but you shouldn't be doing this. Think of all the kids that are not retarded, but mentally challenged and like really disabilities, and you're doing this to them, and not only them, but their families and their dogs. Think of how much suicide, how many people thought and killed themselves over, or how many people divorced, or you know, or how many people beat their kids, or whatever. This all the it's just crazy. And of course they can't let that out because, you know, what would happen if they found out, the Americans found out that for 55 years they've been torturing. And it's better with the Germans killed the people on disability. It's true, because they were a burden, you know. But this is not better, you know. I mean, at least they didn't get tortured. It ended. I've been tortured for 5 years. I can't sleep ever.
Did you let them know that?
Did I let who know that? I told them, yeah, that I told them everything.
You told them everything.
I said, do it. No, I didn't say everything. I just told them that I'm being harassed. You know, you hear that? Yeah, that's the same something going on. They don't let me sleep, and it was going on the entire time. I said, could you please note that in your thing? I have it on video, and I told her to note, and she said that she noted it. So, like I said, that's why I kind of believed you, and I said maybe because I did the research, and it said they give their help and all this, but then you know they were fishing for, and they were coming at Lisa, because I knew that too, because she was really interested in that and she wouldn't let it go, you know what I mean? And yeah, so you know, and I'm not, do I feel compassion for her? Yeah, because she's, you know, but you know, I didn't want to get her in trouble.
Lady. I talked to her before she went in and she knew everything. Like in my report, I was detailed, she knew everything. They're not out to get you.
Okay.
It's me trying to help you, and it's my job as a
Okay.
mandated reporter that I have to do that.
Okay.
And it wasn't my intention.
Okay.
To
Okay.
do it. It was my intention to help you.
And I believe you,
She was
Brianna. Brianna, I believe you because I did read the pamphlet and I saw that it was there for helping people that are being abused and all that. But then again, I had a, doubt because I know that these things are, all the things that they say are there to help you aren't really there to help you. And I'm not being paranoid about that. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking like.
But they have a report, so now you have someone to back up.
Okay.
You have a report of what she took. She said that they were banging on your wall.
Yeah.
So maybe she can, do you have her number?
No, I don't. She said she'll just contact me whenever and everything like that. She didn't give me a card or anything like that. And I wasn't hostile or anything about that. I was cooperating. I was talking to her and everything like that. But I kind of figured they were there to hurt me, because I thought it was Trump that sent them. You know what I mean? Or, like the police and then these people, and it's just like, no, if it's you helping me, please. I need help, Mama. I don't know how to do this. I've done everything I can. I don't know what to do. And they're trying to put me on the streets because I protected myself only. I'm not doing anything. And they're attacking me. These people are sending people at me with guns, Mama. What am I supposed to do? And then I told him he's a pussy and got, I stood up for myself. I didn't threaten to kill him. And then I go to jail. I'm going to go to jail for it and get a conviction of it. You know what I mean? And it's all because the landlady and the backed them. They all backed them. The whole, and how are they backing me when I don't say nothing to any of them? Do you understand the point? How do they say I'm so crazy if I never talk to them? And when I do, I have it on video and there's no craziness. So where do they get all this crazy stuff unless they're watching me? You understand? And of course, yeah, I scream at the cameras and stuff like "fuck you," and when they're bothering me outside, I scream at them, But when I make sure that I'm not within distance of anybody, but I'm fighting back my own way. They want to fuck with me, I fuck with them. You understand?
Yeah.
Is it the healthiest thing? Is it the health? So what I'm saying is, so I might seem a little crazy to them by the things I say and do to the camera, but they're fucking with me. So I'm trying to just fight back in the way I can because I know they're listening. I know they see everything. So when I teabag the fucking camera, they see it. Okay, and that might be, he's crazy. I'm in my own house doing, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm just saying the things I was saying that would they say that I was mentioning things that they would say that I was crazy for doing things like that. Okay, but what I do in my privacy in my own home is my business. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, and I'm fighting back in my way.
Your dog, you mind your own business.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do anything, Brianna. You know this. You've only talked to me for how long, and you know that. You know I don't lie.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get rich or famous. If I want to get rich, I can monetize my thing right now. The King of England online just offered me money, and I don't believe it's him. But if I was, he's verified. It might be him, but I take nothing. No money's free, and yeah. Yeah, most of it's spam, so it's probably, but he's verified. So that's why I looked. I was like, hey, that's a verified, it's not one of the followers that's not verified. So, and I just like, but no, I'm not going to take anything because I'm not going to compromise all I want to do is be left alone, okay? And I don't care. Just leave me alone and I'll be perfectly happy. I'm not sponging off the state. You know that. I have an honest disability. They know it. They watch me. They see me sweat every time, profusely. They know it. I'm not faking it. I never went out. The only reason why I went outside is because they drove me outside. I was agoraphobic for years. And then what drove me out was, and I told to the ladies, the doctors, and they're all listening to me. I said, yeah, it was too much, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I started riding my bike, and I started going out. And for years, I had no idea that they were even following me and doing all this shit until they started coming straight up to me. Remember, I put online the video with the car going right to the right up to me in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that video?
No.
No? Well, there's a video that the streets and sanitation lady came right up to me, and I was like, whoa. So I didn't know they were following me for 3 years. So all this shit they were doing, millions of dollars, I didn't even know. So for 3 years they wasted millions of dollars. I didn't even know they were following me and doing all this shit until they started making it known. They wanted me to know. Okay, and then when I found out it was them, then they started sending the feds. They're like, oh, we don't have the pretense, because at first they were trying to make it believe that the neighbors were doing it, and I was getting angry, and I beat up a couple of them, But I think what they were trying to do was worse than that. I think they were trying to make me do things. Okay? By honestly, Brianna, I know you're gonna say it's paranoid. I think this is I think that's what they were trying to do. Because once I found out it wasn't them, because I caught the maintenance people running from my house, then they just were open with, and feds were following me straight out. And I'm like, oh shit, it's them, you know? And then I just got numb to it. At first I was terrified. I didn't know. I asked my doctor, am I safe? Then, oh, she gave me a 6-month, once I found out, she gave me a 6-month hiatus. That's not my fault. That's my doctor giving me the 6 month. And then all of a sudden I'm not cooperating because I'm not talking to my doctors and all this, and it's, so yeah, no, but if this is what if you're really trying to help me, I appreciate it, because I need help. Okay, I want to believe that this is okay. But what happens with can I get a public defender or somebody coming to help me with this paperwork, because I don't know how to do this legal stuff. Okay, I don't have a print.
Is there a number on the ticket?
Yeah, I have everything. Hold on.
So look at the ticket, see if there's a number.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, because that's my biggest concern right now. Is I don't know how to fill out. It's like I'm smart and I can't do this. Okay. And I tried. I went online, and then I don't have a printer, and it's telling me to email this guy, and I can't email it. I got a restraining order. He's my next door. I can't send him this. If I go knock on his door, they'll lock me up.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want? The case number?
Not the case number. Is there like a number on there that you can call?
Oh yeah, Illinois Court Help 833-411-1121. Yeah. I called, and they weren't. They weren't. Yeah. I was doing it online, and I couldn't figure it out, so I called the number, and they weren't there. And today's Sunday, so I was going to call them tomorrow.
Today's Monday.
Oh, today's Monday. I mean, yesterday. I mean, yeah. But today I'm going to call them today. But no. I'm not confused. I'm not confused.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
No, listen. I'm not. Okay.
It's Friday, but it's really Wednesday.
Okay, I'm perfectly aware. But listen, I knew that I had to do this first. I have to do my psychiatric. I got to take care of that first. Once I take care of that, then I would call, because it's Monday. Then I'm gonna call this number. So that was an intention, but I don't want to even contact the police or have them come over here and, you know what I mean, or do anything before I take care of this first. Once I take care of my psychiatric appointment, then that's my plan, to call that number and try to get help. But I already did. I called that number, and they were just, not available at the time, conveniently.
Were you on the weekend?
That's what I thought, and that's why I said I was going to wait till today. That's why I said Monday. That's why that was the confusion of the days.
I think that's a good plan to go.
But you were saying I get my days confused, and that's not the fact. You understand? I was waiting for the weekend over and make sure I take care of so don't stress that I'm confused about my days, because I'm not.
Oh no, I was saying that about me, not you. About me.
Okay. I know what day it is. I know my name. I know everything about myself.
No, I know. I was just saying, I forget all day. I'm not saying you do, but I'm saying me personally.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, no, I mean, please, if this is there to help me, then people need help, and that's what this organization's for. But what can they really do against the president? If the president wants this...
They're not doing what they should be doing. So that's why I had someone come out and talk to you and see. But like I said, they're not there to hurt you.
Okay.
They're there to help you.
Please, I hope so, and that's why I kind of knew.
They're going to turn around the cops. It's not because of the cops. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
That is completely different. It's black and white. They have nothing to do.
I believe you, Brianna.
Because that wasn't in the report.
I believe you, but I also knew it was you. I did. So you know what I mean. And when you lied at first, you said no.
I got confused. I thought that was my confusion. I apologize.
Okay.
Like I said, it wasn't me to get you in trouble. It wasn't me. You're not going to get in trouble.
Now, if this turns into a weaponized thing, then it was you and your. But if this turns out to be a helpful thing, then you weren't. Okay, that's where we're just going to see time. Time will tell. If they come at me offensively, then I know it's not there to help me. If they come like, hey, try to help me and try to, then I know that. So I got to have faith that not everybody's evil. You're doing your job.
That's why I want you to be aware. They're not they're helpful.
Okay.
I talked to a lady and she understood everything.
Okay.
There was no communication between between
Okay.
funds and all that. 'Cause I don't know the full information, and I'm not going to give someone the information, have the
Okay.
information if I don't know. So
Okay.
that wasn't on there.
So I'm taking that at face value that you are helping me, okay? So I thank you about that. And as far as the numbers, I will take care of this. But like I said, I got to line my ducks. Okay, I got to first do this in an hour. Okay, I got all my, and like, I'm really paranoid because all my devices don't work. And like today, I did a lot of things because everything worked when I showed the thing. And then today I tried to log in and the same. It was really hard to me to connect my accounts and all that. Thank God I didn't wait to the last minute. But I finally got it all working. So maybe if it comes time, hopefully it still works, But when I get this, so that's the number one. Talk to my psychiatrist. Find out
Yes.
why I have this psychosis diagnosis. That's the first thing, because the whole that's the only reason why they give me this psychotic medicine. But I never had a psychosis diagnosis until I complained. Until I started complaining at Sheffield, because who's not going to complain if people are banging on your walls 24/7? And I did everything the right one: 311, 911, grievances, talk to the building manager, and because I made so much noise, they hospitalized me. I didn't do anything psychotic or erratic. Do you understand? It's all right there. If you look, it's 319.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I get it.
And
I get it. But I'm here to help you, Kenneth. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to put you in jail. I'm not here to.
But you realize, so but you do realize, you do realize that that's what they're trying to do. That I know that when the court case comes and they stamp it that I was guilty, they're gonna, the same day, that lady's gonna get the ball rolling to get me out of here, saying I'm not safe around people. I know that you agreed. I know that's the case. So what can I do?
Yeah.
What can I do?
The house. So when you get time today, I'll call with housing.
I will. No, the first thing I'm gonna do after the psychiatrist, I'm gonna call the cop and and get whatever if I get a PD.
You don't have access to a printer, so you can't print out the information.
Yeah.
What is an alternative?
Yeah, and I can't. He's my neighbor. I can't bring the papers over there because, I get locked up. So, I can't. So it's like.
Can you promise me one?
I'm saying, go ahead.
Could you promise me one thing, that you'll call me after your psychiatrist appointment?
Call you after. Do I have your number? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll call you. Hold on.
Yeah. It's just it's
Call
872.
Brianna. Okay. Okay. I'll call you after. I will. I'll call you. Yeah. I'll have it. Rob. I'll write it down. I'll call you after. And yeah. So.
You're working with the case manager, so I know, let her know that. And that she follows up on me daily.
Okay.
Or weekly.
Okay.
So let her know that.
Okay.
Let her know that, ATF came out just to strictly help you.
ATF? Okay.
And I wanted to make sure you're safe.
Okay.
That they came out.
ATF?
And
that's what
Yeah.
Oh, APF. APF came out. APF. Okay. APF came out.
Let them know that. Let them know you're working with the case manager. Let them know you're doing what you can, but you're not.
Okay.
You're being hospitalized is something I don't want, and I tell her you're confused
Okay.
on why I'm being.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna keep everything totally, and I'm not bringing any conspiracy stuff up. I'm basically just saying the medication and the psychosis diagnosis. Let her talk. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do that. Trust me, I have it written down right now. It says, Dr. She, stay calm, no conspiracy, calm. I stress calm. Like I have it all mapped out here because I know that's what they want me to do. Start getting wild and start saying weird things. So they could, I know.
All I suggest is you just be quiet and listen.
That's what I'm.
Until she asks you a question.
Exactly. Because I already know how it works.
Let her do the talking. That's what
Trust
I
me.
always say.
I have it. I have it. That's what I said.
You can get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then that's when you can jump in with your opinion.
And those were my kind of, and that was my mistake when I was calling the FBI and the police, because I kind of just blurted everything, and it was like, this sounds so crazy, you know what I mean? Of course they hung up on me, but the FBI knows, so I was just making too much sense. I mean, they didn't even either one. They never said goodbye. They were listening, and there was no goodbye, or you're getting a little. There was a click. It was like when I made too much sense, it was just like, I actually called the FBI and they hung up on me, and I didn't call the local. I wanted to call Washington, and when I knew it was crazy when Google was rerouting the numbers, and I was called and it was rerouting, and I couldn't get to Washington. I knew it was being censored. You know what I mean? And then I finally I had to call the FBI hotline, the emergency hotline, and then I tried to explain what was going on, and she was listening, and then all of a sudden, boom, she just hung up on me. Didn't even tell me. She just hung up on me. I mean, that's weird. So if you can't even call the police to help you and the FBI, who do you call in this situation? Who do I call? I can't even get a lawyer. Like, I literally have tried to contact many lawyers, and they all hang up on me the same way. You know, so what does a person like do? Okay, then the state